So the big question, does learning Duolingo for 749 days, does it work? Yes and no. Learning a new language is interesting. I'm glad I did, because you learn a lot about yourself and how you actually learn things. The biggest thing that I would say, the best thing about keeping a streak for this long and putting this much effort in, I'd say I have the skills of like a third grader in Japanese. The more time you extend your streak, and by the way, when people complain about not being able to extend their streaks, bro, the lessons take 30 seconds. 30 seconds. So even if you don't learn anything, you could at least flex the Duolingo streak.
You don't have 30 seconds a day?
You don't have 30 seconds a day. So your day is so busy, you don't have 30 seconds. I don't believe that when people say, oh, the streak is just so hard to keep. No, bro, you're just lazy. I will say this. Up until about a year ago, I was only extending my streak. Like I was learning little words and stuff like that. And then this past year, I do 15 minutes a day, or I try to do 15 minutes a day. That's a lot harder to find in a day than 30 seconds, I think. So 15 minutes a day on Duolingo for a year. How is it? Does it work? Yes, it works. The best thing, the coolest thing about it, actually, because I'm learning Japanese, obviously, because, bro, duh. You start to slowly, I'm at the point now where I'm starting to slowly understand people speaking Japanese. Like when I hear it and I hear like a subbed anime clip or something like that, I hear it and I'm like, oh, he said that. And I smile because I'm like, yo, I'm actually learning Japanese. It's crazy. You do learn, but you're gonna understand. This is how it works, because Japanese is very interesting. There's levels to it. So you're gonna understand it first, or me, this is how my brain works. I understand it, then I like have to repeat it, and then I can say it. So I can understand and hear Japanese better than I can speak it. So if somebody's talking, like let's say for instance, somebody's talking about going to a store or something like that, or they need help, or it's dangerous, or don't do that, I can hear that and I can understand. Even if I don't fully understand, you get the gist of what they're saying. So for instance, if somebody says like mate totemo abunai desu, okay, I think I hear abunai, dangerous, wait, it's very dangerous, don't do that, like don't do, okay, you can comprehend better. Now can you, and this is the part people aren't gonna like, because I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not gonna be fluent in a language using Duolingo anyway. You're not. I mean, you can get fluent depending on, if you're a freak and you put an hour into Duolingo every day, or you find an hour to put in every day, and you're serious about it and you're militant, you're gonna be fluent probably within 1,000 days, or you're gonna be like semi-fluent. You're gonna know. However much effort you put in a day is how good you're gonna be at it. If you learn, let's say you learn a new word in Japanese and you learn one new word a day and you spend 30 seconds a day, who's gonna win, you or the guy that spends 30 minutes a day on Duolingo? That's just how it is. It's just, you know, it's input output, quick, it's there, it shows you your progress. And I like to like streak mog everybody. Like everybody I come across who also does Duolingo, I'll be like, oh, what's your streak? Oh, my streak is 120. You know what my streak is? 750. I haven't met anybody in person with a higher streak than mine. Should you do it? Yes, I think you should do it. If you're serious about learning another language, it does work. I don't know why. I've seen people try to say like, oh, Duolingo, it fell off and it doesn't work. No, bro, it does work. It's a language learning app. If you get a huge Japanese textbook and read 30 minutes of that every day and pronounce it, and you do the same thing you're doing on Duolingo, you're gonna learn the same way. It's like getting you in the door. Now, is it as serious as some Japanese like actual textbooks that teach you sentence structures and stuff like that? No, because it's Duolingo, you feel me? They're teaching everybody everything, but you can definitely be in the conversation. Like for instance, saw this lady and she had it was one of those like those Doge, I don't know how to say it. It was something Inu. I think she said Shiba Inu or something. I don't know. It was the fluffy Doge dog. And I saw that and I was like, oh, that's a Japanese dog. And she was like, yeah, I'm Japanese. And I was like, oh yeah? So in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm finna hit her with some of this Japanese. I'm a black man. She ain't gonna expect it, right? I'm like, oh, I'm finna hit her with some of this Japanese. She gonna be like, oh my God, what are you? Nihongo hanashimasu ka? And then she looked at me like, she said, your pronunciation is very good. And she ended up speaking Japanese. We had a small conversation. I cannot repeat the conversation. The word just came out. Because usually if you have learned a new language, you can confirm this. But something about speaking that language to a native is so like, to me, it's kind of cringy, because I don't want them to think this weirdo who kind of knows a little bit and is trying to look cool, but genuinely I'm actually trying to learn how to, you know, pronounce and get better at the language. But she was very chill and she told me my pronunciation was very good. And I was like, Yeah, like I don't know, it's nice. She was like an elderly Japanese woman. It's kind of crazy how much like shade it gets, because I just think it's people that can't keep a streak to save their life. Okay, if you for some reason can't find, like, bro, me, I have a widget. Like, I can't scroll on my phone. Hold on, I can't scroll on my phone without seeing it. So if you see it and you see you need to do a lesson, don't ignore it, just do it. It literally takes a minute, and then it's over. You can at least extend your streak, so that way if you don't have enough time at that moment, or you forget, or it slips your mind, you don't lose your streak. Like, I have a perfect streak. Hold on, I'll show you. Look, 749. Keep your streak by doing a lesson every day. 20 days practice, perfect. So far, it's been 20 days, 0 streaks used. And it's the same thing in, what is that, January, December, November, October, September. Like, it doesn't, you have to, August, you just put in work, and I promise you, you will learn the language. Now, if I keep on the path that I'm on, what people really want to know, people, before, they have like this habit, they want to know if it works before they try it. And I can see why, because if somebody tells you, hey, you're gonna spend 800 days doing something and you won't learn anything, you don't want to hear that, right? You're like, I'm not gonna do it. Yes, if you do it and you put 749 days into it, you're gonna learn Japanese pretty well. But you're gonna do way better if you put in, let's say, 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day versus just extending your streak. There's a difference between extending your streak and putting in work and actually trying to learn the language. Like, no, I need to sit down, I need 15 minutes of Duolingo, nothing else, or 15 minutes of X language, and that stacked up over that many days, yeah, you're gonna learn it. Especially because me, like, I watch anime and stuff, right? And I'm hard-headed. I still watch it dubbed. I know I shouldn't be watching anime and dubbed at all. I still watch it in dub because, I don't know, I just feel like I want to actually be able to, like, watch the show, and I don't want to have to read. But even when I'm like online and I hear clips in Japanese, sometimes I'm able to fully tell what was just said, and it's very cool. Like, it's very rewarding. Now, was it worth it? Is it worth, like, was this whole time wasted? Do I feel like my time was wasted? No, not at all. Within that first year, I only put in maybe like a minute, 2 minutes a day, versus the last year when I start putting in 15 minutes a day. The progress I've made is way better. And not only that, what I like to do is I have a list. I put that in February. For some reason, I didn't have nice to meet you in here, and I forgot what that meant. But yeah, I have a list of like Japanese words that whenever I learn them in Duolingo, I put them in here. It's kind of long too. I'm still going, like, I go to and I read sometimes in case I like forget a word, or I want to make sure I remember a word. You don't have to do this. I do it because it helps. If I have a person around, I like give them my phone and be like, yo, listen, I need you to read off a word in Japanese and then see if I can translate it. So they'd read off like bunka. I'd be like, okay, that's culture. Okay, correct, because you can't say, you know, not everybody knows Japanese, so you have to make it easier for them. But yeah, that's what I like to do with that. That's just an exercise I like to do. You don't have to do that. It's easy to stack those words because the list got long. To me, it's quick. It got long, or pause. Whoa. The list got this long over the course of years, but to me, it feels like, bro, the list was just this short, bro. Now I'm doing 4 or 5 scrolls, long scrolls. The language app is very worth it. And I'm not saying this because Duolingo is secretly off camera pointing a gun at me. I think you should do it because, well, one, it's free, and if you're serious about learning another language, it's a good tool to start. As far as if you want to become fully fluent, you might want to also incorporate, like, supplement your learning, like how I did with the list. Like, you might want to supplement your learning, because that'll help you learn faster, and it also helps with like your pronunciation, and you help other people and you get confidence talking. But the thing about Japanese, 2 of the things I struggle with the most, how fast they talk and the sentence structure. Those are the 2 things that's just the hardest for me. That's one of the hard parts about Japanese specifically. It's like they talk so fast, bro. Japanese people, I don't know how y'all do it. Their brains move at like 200 miles an hour, bro. And the sentence structure is so, compared to American sentence structure, I think that's why their books are backward, like manga is backwards or something like that. The middle stays the same, but the beginning and end is reversed. I'm going to the store. The store is where I'm going. Like, if you want to learn Japanese, hey, you whoever clicked on this video and is still watching, if you actually want to learn Japanese, but you're gonna have to put in work. You're gonna have to put in work. Like, you're not gonna sit and stop watching these videos, bro. I learned Japanese in my sleep. No, he didn't. No, he did. You can't do that. Like, I learned Japanese fluently in a month. No, they didn't. And even if on the off chance that they actually did, this person probably has a background in language learning. Some people are just built different, okay? And it's not fair because I've seen it, bro. Some people can literally pick up a book, read, and now they're better than you. And you've been putting in work for 2 years. You're really chin deep in Duolingo when you have nightmares about it. I had a friend text me recently. He was like, yo, I had a nightmare. I lost my Duolingo streak. I thought I died. And I was like, bro, see, you're one with the streak. I became one with the streak. But that happens around like 200 days. When you look at your streak and you realize like, yo, I'm actually like in the small percentage of people that actually take this serious, and you care about it, you start to have nightmares, bro. They come out of nowhere. I'm so serious. It wasn't like an actual nightmare, like I woke up sweating, but there was a time like I thought I forgot my streak and I was like back at 0 and I woke up like, oh, you gotta breathe. I said, oh, okay. The download Duolingo. It totally doesn't send me death threats if I haven't done a lesson by 6 a.m. Peace.